Alright, hello, my name is Tyler Eck, and I'll be doing a video on packet sniffing, how to use the application that I will install, and I'm actually going to be analyzing some packets for you. But first, what we're going to do is we will first download the specific software. But what is a packet sniffer? So as you see here, if you type into Google packet sniffer, it's also known as a packet analyzer, protocol analyzer, or network analyzer. It is a piece of hardware or software used to monitor network traffic. So as you'll see later on in the video, all we will be doing is retrieving packets that retrieving packets that are currently being sent and received on our current network, right? So I'm connected to Wi-Fi, so I'll be actually receiving packets from my Wi-Fi network. So now if you we're gonna go and download one of the most famous types of packet sniffers. It is called Wireshark, and as you see here, Wireshark is a free and open source packet analyzer, so you could go about and download this as well. So we're gonna go Wireshark, type it into Google, and press download. And well, you could pick which system you're going to download it. I have a Windows 64-bit, so I'm gonna press that. And now we will have to wait for Wireshark to download, so I'll come back after it's downloaded so that we can install it. Okay, so now after the download has finished, we're now going to install it. So we're gonna see this setup window pop up. Welcome to Wireshark 3.6.2. It might be different based on the version that you download. Let's just go next. This is the end user license agreement. You could go ahead and read this. After you read it and you're satisfied, click noted. And now it's going to ask you what you want to install. So we want to install Wireshark, which is the main one. T-Shark, which is a text-based one. I guess we could download that. These are different plugins, the tools, the documentation that you might need in case for using this application. So we're just gonna click next. We want to create a desktop icon. Well, I want to, so I'm going to select that. We don't really need a quick launch icon or a start menu. I just want it on my desktop, and we're gonna associate the file extensions, these file extensions for Wireshark. So let's just click next. The directory, I'll leave it as is. And now it's gonna ask us to install npcap, which is basically I believe it's a type of I think this is necessary, right? It says Wireshark requires either npcap or winpcap to capture live network data. So I think this is very important. We're going to leave it as is, and we're just going to install this as well. Well, this USB pcap is not really required for the network for what we're going to do today, so we don't really need to install it. And yeah, now we just have to install it, and let's just wait and see what happens. So now, after Wireshark has completely installed, we will just click next and finish. Now in the next part of the video, we're actually going to launch the application, and I'll show you how to use it. So now, after Wireshark has completely downloaded and installed, all we'll have to do is to go into desktop, go to your desktop, and click on the Wireshark icon. And now we are in the application. Very simple. Now we're gonna get right into it. The way in which we start capturing these packets is through a function called capture, as seen right here. And now we need to know first, all we need to do is select from where are we going to capture these packets, right? Now right now I'm connected to Wi-Fi, right? I think I'm connected to a Wi-Fi network. So all I'll have to do is click Wi-Fi, and it'll start retrieving packets instantly. You see them come in right here. Now they're organized in a very simple way. It's the number of the packet, the time that the packet has come in, the source and the destination, the protocol that the packet is using, the length of the packet, and lastly, just short little information on the side of what the packet encompasses. And as you can see, it's live input, it's coming in. If we actually go to Microsoft Edge and start request a page, Google, we'll see that instantly a lot more packets have come in instantly. And so they keep coming in with different protocols. And in order to stop capturing, all we'll have to do is go to the top left to this red box and it says stop capturing packets, and all you have to do is press it. Now we've stopped it. Right here now we have all this information just saved from when we started it to when we stopped it, and now we can click on any of these packets and look at the information here or in a shorter way down below here, and we can do that with any of these packets. Lastly, what we can do is also filter these packets based on different protocols that it uses. So for instance, if we go to the top here, it says apply a display filter. We will type in TCP. Now this will bring up all the packets that follow the TCP protocol, as you can see here. We could do that with UDP. See, right here again, DNS. We could do FTP. Well, there's no FTP. And if you want to go back to original, you put in no filter and it'll bring up all of them. Now in the next part of the video, what I will do is explain. I will actually retrieve specific packets and analyze them for you to see what information we can get from these packets. Okay, last part of the video, we are going to actually look at some specific packets and I'll be analyzing it for you and trying to retrieve some information. So to restart the sniffing, all I'll do is I'll press this logo here to start it again, and it'll ask if you want to save this. I'll just continue without saving, and now it'll start retrieving packets again instantly. So now what I will do is I will type in I'll go to a specific website that has a login page, right? Very basic HTTP website, and I'll type in the username as test, the password as test, and I'll enter. Now it has information about our account, and yeah, so now that we've gotten to this part, now I'll come over here to Wireshark and I'll stop sniffing. And now we have all these packets. What I will do is I'll filter it as I showed before, and I will only filter, I will only retrieve the protocols with HTTP. Now HTTP is a very important protocol called Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is very antiquated and is not used today, and has been replaced by HTTPS, which is an encrypted version of this protocol. But for now, I will show the basic retrieval of this protocol, and you see here there's only 4 of them. We have one here with get, the OK message, post, and the OK message again. Now, if you don't know, HTTP uses these different methods called get and post. Get is a method that will be used to actually request a specific HTTP page. So if my computer wants to request a page, it'll use this get method. And post will be used to send information from my computer to the server, right? So all these packets have similar information, right? But I'll be going in depth right here. Now frames 506 bytes on the wire. This is basically just the actual data. This is more on the lines around the physical layer on the OSI model. This is actually the actual data that we're sending, and we can't really get a lot of information from it. So yeah, so I'll just skip that. All we could get is the size, the number of bytes, 506 bytes. Next, we're gonna go to the Ethernet 2. As you can see here, there's 2 main parts, the destination and the source. Now when we're using the get method, we are requesting a page. So what will happen is that I will be sending a request from my computer to the server. Now the thing about it is, to actually access that server, we have to first go through my router. So what will happen is the source of this will be this Intel, which is through my computer, to the destination, which is my router. But more importantly, these numbers on the side, these hexadecimal numbers on the side, are actually the MAC addresses of the network cards in my computer and in the router. So, and we can even go to check that as well. So let's go online and we can actually go to check the MAC address lookup. And what we can do is we can search for these first three numbers and it'll give us the exact brand of, or what company makes that network card. So right here, 784476, we can see that Zioncom Electronics. See, it's correct, it matches perfectly, you know. And as you can see here, it's made in China. Now we can also we can also do that for my computer's network interface card MAC address, which is made by Intel, you know. So that's some information that we could get from this Ethernet 2, right? The source and the destination, the MAC addresses that we get it from, right? The Internet Protocol version 4. Now, right here we can see that we're at the network level. We can actually see the source and the destination, the IP version 4 addresses, right? The source, down here we can see the source and the destination. The source, again, is from my computer to the server, right? Now this source address is the IP address of my computer, and the destination address is the address of the server of this website. So it's not actually my router anymore, it's actually the IP address of wherever this server is in the world. And so we could get that information as well from this specific packet. Transmission control protocol. Here also we could basically see the source port and the destination port, but all in all, this isn't that important, I believe. All we could know is that it's actually using TCP, the TCP method, right? Lastly, and the most important, is the hypertext transfer protocol right here. Now, as you can see, this has the most information. It has GET, so it shows the request method. It uses GET. The request URL, which specific part of that it wants from the server, the /login.php, and it has the full URL right here, so we can actually get what website I actually retrieved, or what was requesting. So that's important here. Also, another important thing is the language, the accept language. The user agent, I could see that the specific type of Windows that I'm running, Win 64-bit, and yeah, so that's important. So these are the different ways that we can analyze this packet, right? Now all of these share basically the same thing. As you can see, get will actually send the requests to retrieve information from the server. So it is from the source, which is my computer, to the destination, which is the server. Now this next one is the opposite. It'll be sending the page from the server to my computer now. And again, now this one will be using post, and as I showed you before, that is the login page. When we went to the login page and we had to log in here, the way in which it sends information to the server is through the post method. And as you can see, here is the most important part here. If we go down to the post method, we press the post and we go to hypertext transfer protocol, we scroll down. Actually no, it's the HTML form right here. We can see the specific username and the password that we typed in, right? Again, HTTP is not encrypted, so we can actually access any of this information, right? Lastly, after we give the server that information, the server will then send back this page, right? This page with all our information, credit card number, all of that. And again, that information is shown below right here, right? It shows the, where is it? Oh, it's right down here. It'll show the actual text. Well, this is just an example. This is an example page just to test out to see the vulnerability, right? But as you can see here, we can get the information that we have in this file right here through this, right? So it's not encrypted, right? And so regardless of whether it's encrypted or not, these basic informations can be gotten from these packets that I showed you just now, from the destination, the source, the MAC addresses, the IP version 4 destination address and source address, and the protocols and the different methods that the protocols use. So that is why this is very important. I will end the video here. So that's me showing and analyzing 3 different packets using the HTTP protocol. Thank you.